Good afternoon. It is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Standard Time on a Wednesday. And we are in class. We are in session. Decided to do a um, field trip to the park, recess in the hood. I brought our classroom with us, though. Math tutors, Sarah, Jack, Eric, and Sam. Just giving a shout out to those. I'll show you this board. This as a gift, and it's from the 18-inch dolls. See if I can stay out the shadow. There we go. So it's 10:10 on the clock. Uh-oh, watch out there now. It's 10:10 on the clock. And about 31 seconds. I'm sorry, here we go. It's 10:10 on the clock. And this is my classroom. It's my whiteboard and place to sit for the teacher's pet. I'm in need of an apple. Got the computer. I need a snack. Anyways, like I said, it's about 1 o'clock, and 1:30 starts Spanish. So I guess this is kind of my lunch break. Hopefully I would get more than 30 minutes. But just wanted to use my board as a kind of prop and a, what do you call it? A prop and a place to start. Jesus, when he was walking among the people, he was always using whatever it was around him. Take the water sprout, for example. He would do that. Or take the grass, for example. He would use whatever. Look at the fish. Consider the wolf, whatever. He just always used whatever he saw so that he could connect heavenly matters to earthly matters, from matter to matter. And so that is what I've learned to do and continue to learn to do, whether what I have is old or young or blue or borrowed. Use it to the glory and to the honor of God for mankind. And again, it has to start with myself. If I don't feel blessed by the items that I have, then I am conveying something that is rotten. I wondered who labeled the tree of knowledge of good and evil. What made it evil? Was there something about the tree itself? I was on my way to a more familiar spot, resting space that I use outside of the home. And again, the waterfall, it's not really a waterfall, water spout. Hi, y'all. Hey, Birdie. Hey, everybody. Hey, nature. Hey, ancestors. All that. And I said to myself, or out loud, I said I would. And before I would add a but, I was making a U-turn. And I think the would, but this space doesn't really have nice, ample parking. You're basically parking along the street. And being more of a private neighborhood, I would say that, again, it just doesn't land very well. The park that I was going to, it has parking spaces allotted. So that was one of my reasons. That was going to be my reason for not coming to this park. But I'm learning to lean in on that voice. We call it higher self. So I hire myself to be a better speller than that of the tarot cards. The Hierophant is spelled Hierer, hierarchy. And for me, again, these were obvious misspellings for us to not just catch, identify, but to talk about. Many have, discovered and understand that the Gregorian calendar, the Julius calendar, all of those have pushed the months around. December is no longer the 12th. And so the first question would be, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Or neither? For me, it's a very good thing, because I'm here to bring it to a point of decision. Do we allow things to stay incorrect? Do we rename the month or the months? But what we don't do is act as though it doesn't affect us. I heard that South Carolina, this is the just most recent spring forward daylight savings time, is going to be their last time moving the clock. And so my question is, how do we just do that? We do that by the power of the people. And I don't have to be that central unit, but I'm willing and excited to join that union, whoever that may be on this planet, that wishes to take a poll of the people using our social media to vote on the things that we want. And then from there, if it is not in alignment with the representatives, then we create our own. I wanted to block out my curtains this morning because I felt like nighttime. I felt like evening time. And so that is one of the biggest desires, for us to be on our own timeline, our own rhythm. I am not Al Gore's rhythm, or the algorithm. That's not me. That's Al. I'm Val. And so I have a rhythm of my own. I have a dance of my own. And I want those who are able, day or night, afternoon, evening, no time at all, to be able to access a pure heart, pure answers for the people, by the people, with the people, an interested party. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republic, I'm not independent. I am in it. Not a party. It's not fun. It's not a celebration. I don't call parties as other call parties. And so to make sure that we don't divide on something so bland and superficial and generic, so left up to interpretation. How many votes would I get to say, should majority of people win? And I believe we would say yes. Should most people have their own home and car and or way to get around, whatever transportation that they desire? Yes. Should we be sovereign? Yes. Everyone would say that. And usually, though, there is a but. Well, I remove the but today. I take the but out the picture. Who doesn't want clean, fresh water? I know I do. Who wants children in Africa or anywhere else to have water? I do. And so if there's money being given out to make sure that we all have electricity or some means of warmth when we are too cold, or AC when we are too hot, If we can agree on that before we start talking about anything else, then you've come to the right channel. And I invite you to share this kind of revelation, as this is my school. I'll use a child's toy. I'll use names already pre-printed in green to do the math. If man doesn't want to repair the financial stability of the black man and the black woman, I say we vote for Mr. Lizard here to do it. And we start with blessing Sarah and Jack and Eric and Sam. And Sam, I am today. Sarah, I am today. Jack, I am today. Eric, I am today. These are popular names of people that have counted it not robbery to come down here and tutor Val, so that Val may tutor her students on adding up and not waiting for the court system and the filibusters, the people that just, they talk for so long, and it's going to be at least another 6 months, at least another 6 years, at least, you know, there is a minimum of how long it's going to take to move these, quote, acts of Congress. When we have instantaneous check marks in life, you can vote and in a matter of starting the video. You don't have to wait till the video is over to put a check mark. But want something for your life, Sarah? And you have to go through checks and balances and books and paper and computers. You have time for that, Jack? How about you, Eric? Sam? Anyone? Write your name on the proverbial board. Set it down so y'all can see. I wish this was more of a trifold. It's only a L fold. This is my science project. And there's Mr. Lizard. I was literally just a couple of days ago, we discovered there is a lizard in our home in a similar terrarium, what is it? Lizardarium, whatever you call it. And so when I decided to pull this out of the cellophane and use it as a interpretation for God to use me with anything at any given time, I could do nothing but laugh. I also had mentioned and heard somebody else mention they would not use people's names on their videos. Well, I'm talking to anybody that will hear, anybody with a name. But since these names were written on the board, I decided to use them as God would. So this is the science fair this Friday. Today is Wednesday, so I hope to definitely be back in school Friday for our science fair. This particular thing right here, again, it's about the size of a science presentation. And so this is me living my life again in a school. I wanted to touch on the movie Inception and the rug down there. But anyway, I'll leave it at this. It's about 15 minutes long, and I'll have to wait till I get back to the house to upload these. But this is how God uses me. And I pray that those that he, she, them, they have found worthy of watching this video, that this video finds you and that you find it worthy to be passed along, forwarded, saved, put in your playlist, meditate on it, etc., etc. that's all for today's class, today's video, and I will see you in the next class.